and welcome to Repertory Company Theater's RCT360, and this is episode number 30, the big 3-0. Can you believe it, ladies?
30, just like my age. 30, just like my age. I'm 30, so it's perfect that we're doing number 30 today. I mean, really.
Me too, sure. I'm Deidre Sherm.
I'm the freshly bald Laura Alley.
And I'm Rachel Ratcliffe.
And we're so glad to have all of you here today. Like and comment and let us know that you're here. Today's episode is about getting the word out, from shopping to community events. We have so much, but of course we're going to have to just take a second and say, Lady Laura Alley, oh my, do you look so good.
I tell you, it makes the showering and bath like so quick. My hair dries in with a towel in 2 seconds. I've never experienced that in my life. I kind of don't know why I hadn't done this before.
Well, you've got such a nicely shaped head. And then it just brings out like your beautiful, gorgeous features. So I'm a little mad that you look this beautiful, but I can't be because you're so lovely.
You're sweet. Thank you, friends.
Right. You are gorgeous. You're a warrior, and we love you. And we're glad you're here showing us that the bald. So thanks for being here. Hey, what else do you have for us on the list that you could share with everyone?
Well, I usually am really good about this. I haven't started my holiday shopping yet, but normally I do it all in one weekend online on Amazon or Walmart.com or Target.com because I refuse to go to any stores. But you know, there are some good tips right now. Some of the best deals are in November, so it's a really good time if you want to buy stuff early. Baking supplies, back to school, holiday sales. You can get stuff for Halloween now and save it for next Halloween. And I know that the Spirit store is still open and it's like 50 or 75% off. You can get some really great stuff. Retailers like Walmart and Target, they're offering Black Friday deals throughout November. So not just Black Friday, it's like Black Friday every single day. And you can get some incredible deals. I think I heard something about a 70-inch TV for $288 somewhere in there. Crazy. And of course, Amazon is always leading the charge. They have unveiled a holiday dash store with new deals updated every hour. So if you're looking for something specific, you can always go on there and see if there's that special item that you're looking for, that special toy or that special gadget or gizmo that you need. When buying on Amazon, also don't forget to use Amazon Smile with each purchase. Amazon will donate to RCT. So you can look up Repertory Company Theater and make sure that they are your Amazon Smile donation. Rachel.
Every little bit counts. I love online shopping, and I don't know if this happens to you, but there's also a whole lot of when there's really great deals of like one for you and one for me and one for you and one for me. So thank you, online retailers of America. But let me tell you about something else in community news. The Richardson Chamber of Commerce and the Richardson Rotary Clubs have announced the 2020 Economic Development, Growth, and Expansion Award recipients. That's EDGE for short. This year's honorees have achieved extraordinary successes and have meaningfully contributed to Richardson's continued economic prosperity through significant local investments that has never ever been more important than this year. So the Community Service Award goes to the Network of Community Ministries. So well deserved. An amazing organizations. Congratulations to you. And the International Business Award goes to Kieran Court Restaurant. Holy cow, is Kieran Court good. And the fact that they are giving back to our community in a meaningful way makes me want to get some dumplings even more. So congratulations to those very, very worthwhile recipients.
Well, you know, we started off at the beginning of RCT360 just loving everything that was happening with Community Network, and that's very exciting. I am so excited to hear about that award for them. Thanks for sharing that with us. Also, I would like to share that if you're looking for a little something fun to do, that the Plano Arts and Events, every Monday at, I think it's noon, classes are taught for kids who want to learn art. Kids of all ages. You want to learn art? You want to learn out? You want to learn art? You can learn art. You hop on and they make modifications. If you got some paint, use the paint. pencils, crayons even, you hop on there to their Facebook page each Monday at noon and you can have an art lesson. Man, so many good things happening in our neighborhood. And you know what else is a good thing? A really great quarantine confessional.
Yeah.
Oh, what do you think, Rachel? You think you can give us one? Take it away.
Thank you, Deidre, and welcome to episode 30 of Quarantine Confessions. Come closer, closer, but not too close. Okay, friends, I have a real confession to make to you today, which is that out of the 30-ish times that we have done Quarantine Confessions, I have never, ever had a harder time coming up with something to talk to you about than today's quarantine confession. And then I finally figured out why that was. It's because I am massively distracted. So here's another confession. We're recording RCT360 a little bit early this week, and it's actually before the election. So I have no idea what's going to happen on Tuesday night into Wednesday and Thursday. No clue whatsoever. I think a lot of people are very distracted right now. But this is not a quarantine confession about politics because we all know that would be a really terrible idea. This is a quarantine confession about kindness. I would like to share with you a very tiny experience from my youth that I have thought about so many times in the last week. When I was in high school, my very favorite teacher in the world was Betty Stapleton. She taught English. She taught my English class the 3 years that I was in high school, because I went to one of those that was just 10, 11, and 12, which I think is actually a really good idea. But, you know, that's not what this quarantine confession is about either. Anyway, it was an election year, and I made some offhand comment to Mrs. Stapleton about, oh, well, obviously we're all voting for this guy, right? And she looked at me and very kindly and very gently said, well, you know, I really think that the other guy has some really good ideas. And in my youngish life, it was one of the first times that I can remember someone that I respected very, very much and liked very, very much having a completely different opinion about something like politics than I did. And it made such an impression on me. And I tell you what, that is as true a statement today as it was back in 1994 when that conversation took place. So friends, Tuesday into Wednesday, I may be drinking happy wine and I may be drinking sad wine, but I hope that you will all join me in putting on our big girl panties and getting up the next morning to be the kindest, best version of ourselves that we can possibly be, because that is what America and Texas is all about. And that is my quarantine confession.
Thank you so much, Rachel. And I don't know who won right now, but I would say it again, as we did before. Rachel for president. You get my vote. Let's head over now to Laura for In the Spotlight. Who do you have for us today, Laura? Take it away.
This week's In the Spotlight guest is someone working hard to keep us informed during the pandemic. Please welcome to the webcast, Olivia Lukemeyer. Hi, Olivia. Thanks for being here today.
Hi, Laura. Thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited.
Well, first of all, can you tell us a little bit about who you are and what it is that you do?
Yes, absolutely. So my name is Olivia Lukemeyer. I'm the editor for the Community Impact newspaper editions in Plano and in Richardson. So Community Impact started in 2005 out of Austin. We've grown a lot since then. We have 32 papers across Texas, and we also have papers in Arizona and Tennessee. As editor, I not only oversee a team of 2 reporters, and I also work really closely with the graphic designer, but unlike other newspapers, I still write and report the news as editor. So I go to city council meetings, I go to school board meetings, I'm in the field talking with local businesses and just reporting on anything that is of importance to our readers. So we are a monthly paper, so we put out a monthly edition every month, and then we also have an active website, so we're also writing stories daily that post on our website.
Nice. And how has the pandemic changed your line of work there?
Oh man, well, like all businesses, community impact was not immune to the challenges of the pandemic. I think the biggest change was that we went from being we always had a digital element, but we were much more focused on our print paper. And when COVID happened, we realized that the news was just coming at us so fast that we kind of had to become more of a daily digital type organization. So we were putting up so many stories a day, whereas before maybe we did 1 or 2. I mean, we were doing 5, 6, 7, 8 stories a day, because as a monthly, a lot of that news would be outdated by the time we went to press. So it's kind of gone back a little bit to the normal balance of digital and print, but in the beginning, that was probably the biggest change. The other big change is we had a little bit of a restructure. We wanted to figure out what is the best way to be efficient with our resources. So I used to just be the editor of the Richardson paper, and I'm now also the editor of the Plano paper. We kind of merged a few teams, and so we could have more efficient resources. So now we're a team of 3. We have 2 reporters covering Richardson and Plano, and then as the editor, I'm in both markets.
Nice. And how did you personally get started in journalism?
So I went to college with no intentions of majoring in journalism. I was a psychology major freshman year, and I just quickly realized that probably wasn't the best fit for me. I'm not great at science and math, and so it wasn't a good fit.
Nice.
My great-grandfather started Southern Living magazine, and so I have journalism kind of in my blood, and I thought, maybe I'll just try this out. And so I joined the college paper, and I loved it, and just kind of took off from there. I worked on the college paper for 3 years, and then immediately started working in newspapers in Colorado and Texas, and I've been doing journalism ever since. So it kind of happened fortuitously, but I love it, and so happy where I ended up.
Southern Living, that is so cool. I love that.
Yeah.
So you guys are currently running like a membership drive of some sort. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, absolutely. So we started the CI patron program, for years before the pandemic. We had all these people reaching out to us and saying, how can we support what you guys do? We love what you do. We don't have subscriptions at Community Impact, so all of our news is free, and people just wanted to know, how can we support your journalists and the amazing work that they do? So COVID happened, and we thought, what better time than now? So we set up the CI patron program, and basically you become a patron. You can donate $1, you can donate $10, you can donate whatever you want, and you become a patron of our newspaper, and it just goes towards the work that we do in the editorial department.
That's great. And what makes Community Impact News different from other newspapers or publications?
I mean, there's so many things about community impact, that are vastly different from other publications. First and foremost, I think our coverage model, we're hyper local. So people are constantly inundated with national news. It's much harder to find news related to what's happening in your own backyard. So we have dedicated reporters that are at every city council meeting, every school board meeting, that cover transportation, development, real estate, all within the communities that they cover. So that's the first thing. The other thing is what I mentioned before, is that we are not subscription based. We are free. We go to every home in the communities that we cover. So in Richardson, that's a little under 47,000 mailboxes. We're also family owned, which is very unusual in the newspaper industry. And we have our own printing press out of Pflugerville. So we print all of our newspapers ourselves. So, I could go on and on. There's a million things that make us different, but those are kind of the big things.
Well, Olivia, that is amazing. I definitely get it in my mailbox every month, and we read it, and it's amazing. Thank you so much for spending some time with us this afternoon and sharing some information about your incredible newspaper.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Laura, and thank you, Olivia. And how cool is it that Olivia's grandfather was the founder of Southern Living? Well, we have to talk a little more about that later. But until then, let's head right over to Broadway trivia. I'm hoping maybe we'll get some good competition here. Why don't you take it away, Rachel?
Thank you, and welcome to another installment of Broadway Trivia, November edition. We have a very special guest with us today, coming all the way from Waco, Texas. She's down 35. She is sitting in her dorm room, y'all, bringing dorm realness to Broadway Trivia. Please welcome Miss Alex Ramsland. How are you today?
Hi, I'm doing great. Thank you. How are you?
I'm good. How's college life treating you?
It's been great. Busy, all over the place, but so much fun. Happy to be here.
And of course, our champion in residence with us once again, the gorgeous, the incomparable Laura Alley. Now, Laura, I mean, you and I, we were just like in a dorm in college like last year or something too, right?
Like 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, so we totally get all of the things you're going through as a young woman because that's us as well. And so we'll, exactly. Put the filter on quick. But I digress. I digress. Alex, so I don't know if you're familiar with our segment. It's really wonderful. It's professional. It's always well done and above board. But I'm going to need from you some sort of buzzer sound and motion, if you can make it, to let me know that you know the answer to the question. Do you have something in mind today?
Does dorm mac and cheese work?
Perfection. You just took everything around you and you encapsulated it into a shaker, and I really enjoy that a great deal. Laura, as if I have to ask, what you got today? How long's the koozie?
No, it's long. Plus it's hard. It's getting longer and longer. It's gonna be more like an umbrella holder after all this, but I gotta.
It works every time. Now, Alex, today, our theme for the show is get the word out. So, as kind of a play on that, all of the questions today are going to be about musical patter songs and the shows that they're from. Little something, good. See what I did there with the words? Now, you do not have to wait for me to finish a question to buzz in with your mac and cheese, because let me tell you, this one over here, she's not gonna wait. She's not gonna wait. You can actually kind of catch her in that sometimes, but maybe that's your strategy, is just lie and wait and see if she buzzes too soon. But as soon as you know the answer, go for it. And it's time to play, y'all. Let's get started with question number 1. Here we go. This beloved composer of musicals has quite the collection of patter songs, including Getting Married Today from Company and Putting It Together from Sunday in the Park. Oh, Laura for that one.
Stephen Sondheim?
Correct. There's a lot of articulation.
Yes.
Putting it together.
Married Today.
Yeah. So, again, quite the talent here on Broadway Trivia. Question number two. I think you're getting into the zone, and Alex, I feel like you had that one. So I feel good about this one for you. If you want to go old school patter songs, look to the very model of a modern major general. I knew you would know this, Laura, obviously.
I directed this show.
I know.
Dance Gilbert and Sullivan.
I know. I almost felt bad putting that in, but then I thought, well, Laura kind of knows all of them anyway. But man, I love that show. I was in that show when Laura directed it.
When I directed you, and it was awesome. I loved it.
It was really fun, Alex. Just take our word for it. And
I will.
Thank you.
She may not have been born then, but it's okay.
Also true. Again, we had to kind of light the stage from way back. Mm-hmm. All right, question number 3. This cranky, kind of misogynistic character in My Fair Lady has multiple talky songs, including A Hymn to Him and I've Grown Accustomed to Her Face. Half-hearted, Laura, but yes.
I can't think of his name.
I know, right?
I was in that show and I played Eliza Doolittle to his Henry Higgins. Oh, I thought of it. Oh.
Okay, you worked through it. Henry Higgins. Because Cockney is probably my second best accent.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, Alex, try not to think about the fact that you've already lost, because it's only 5 questions. But you're bringing a lot to the table, and I feel like it's been on the tip of your tongue. It's just a matter of this one over here.
I did know. I just wasn't quite fast enough.
I know, it's intimidating. It's intimidating being with the master. I get it. But question number 4 is your time. It is your time, and here's the question. If you need to patter, tap dance, and learn to type, you might check out the speed test. Laura, again, this is not fair.
Early Modern Millie.
Correct.
I was in that show.
I love that show.
I know.
From this
I think I
flapper-centric
need to be in
musical.
more shows to get these.
You're young.
When
you will
you're
be there.
25, like Laura and I are,
Right,
you
we've
will
been
have
in
done all of these shows.
Tons of shows.
And it will be there. Okay, so final question. I think my dogs just invited themselves into the room, so that's
All right,
cool.
You might be part of the party.
Yeah, Alex, I don't know if you know this, but we are required to close Broadway trivia every single segment with a question in which I give you song lyrics in the voice of a pirate that trends slightly Irish for reasons that are unknown. Maybe he had a parent from Ireland. Maybe he just settled there after like a hurricane blew him there from the Caribbean. We don't know. Anyway, but I give you song lyrics in the voice of a pirate that leans slightly Irish. You give me the name of the song and the name of the show. We have to do it. Lady, let's end this. Let's make this happen, and let's see. I mean, we may have another Laura Alley sweep, which would be 2 in a row. She's very powerful. Here we go. I actually have to pull this up on my computer because there were too many words for me to scribble. All right. And all week long, your River City youth will be frittering away. I say, young men, it'll be frittering. Yes, Laura.
Is it Trouble in River City from the Music Man?
Yes. I got a little
not
worried that I was
picking
going to
up
have
on
to
that.
fritter more than I was ready to fritter. So, yes, you got trouble. It rhymes with P. That stands for P. It rhymes with
going.
pool.
Keep going.
Magic. I will be appearing in a one-woman show of the Music Man and as a pirate as soon as the pandemic is over. It's gonna be great.
Marion the Librarian.
Alex, you lost real bad, but we were so glad to have you. And you came from your dorm room, which gave me all of the feels. So as I was saying to Alex before we started filming, she's in the same dorm building that my best friend lived in when he went to Baylor. So all of the fun there. But come back anytime, Alex. And we look to see your beautiful, smiling, talented face coming up. And hopefully you have the chance to do that as we get some of our holiday greeters ready for Thanksgiving and Christmas. More to come on that. But in the meantime, back to you, Deidre.
Oh, Alex, I know how you feel, but valiant effort. And once again, our reigning queen, Laura, way to go. Let's head on over now to Ask Laura. Ask Laura. Ask Laura.
Welcome to Ask Laura, or as Deidre says, Ask Laura. My segment where I answered your hard-hitting questions. This week, we have one question, and it's from the coolest bald chick on the planet. Laura Alley asks, Dear Laura, yes, Laura, I'm looking for something to binge watch this week. What do you recommend? Well, Laura, the answer is The Queen's Gambit on Netflix. It follows the life of an orphaned chess progeny from age 8 to 22 during her quest to become the world's greatest chess player while struggling with emotional issues and drug and alcohol dependency. It's not about her winning, it's about her journey. And you don't have to know anything about chess to enjoy it, because I know nothing other than there's a rook and a queen and maybe a pawn or two in there. It's a great show and a great show to binge watch. If you want something to watch, it might actually make you feel a little bit smarter too about chess. I don't know. I know nothing about it, but it was a great binge watch and I highly recommend it. So Laura, I hope you enjoy that recommendation. Thanks, Laura. Would you like to be featured on Ask Laura? If so, please comment a question below, and maybe your question could be featured on next week's show, because I really, really want to help. Back to you, Deidre.
I'm gonna have to get over there and watch that. That sounds fantastic, Laura.
It's so good.
That is awesome. Well, I mean, here we are already. I'm going to make a prediction that this might be our shortest episode to this point. I don't know. Maybe we just sped through number 30 and it feels like we just started yesterday. So as a reminder to all of you watching, I just want you to remember, while you're starting your holiday season shopping online, hop over to Amazon Smile and look up RCT and help us continue on. It's something you can really do. Every little bit counts.
Also, during the COVID shutdown, RCT still needs your help to survive. A thank you to all 234 of you who stepped up to keep our lights on. We appreciate you and love you so much. Now we need support to get back on the road to recovery. Our One Day More campaign will raise much needed funds for rent, utilities, sets, and costumes. Our goal is to raise $20,000 by December 31st. Thank you so much to the Texas Commission on the Arts for starting off the campaign with a grant for $4,500. Surviving the next few months is crucial for us. Please help if you can. Rachel.
And now here is something really fun. Tell me, are you hosting a small family get-together Thanksgiving weekend? Well, RCT has a great way to add some magic to your special day. We are doing live holiday greetings Saturday and Sunday, so the weekend after Thanksgiving, November 28th and 29th. These are holiday greetings that come to you. You don't have to go anywhere. It's your home. It's on your lawn, your porch, your patio, your outdoor area that surrounds where you live and sleep and eat. And we have multiple options that you can go with. We have Santa, Mrs. Claus, Elf, and Jovi the Elf will come to your house with holiday songs and fun. And Mrs. Claus will bring along the naughty or nice list. I think I know where most of my family would fall. Or if you want to go something a little bit more traditional to kick off the Christmas holidays, our Dickens carolers can entertain your entire family, including with a sing-along. And for the kids, this one's good. How about a Frozen holiday where Elsa and Anna and Olaf and Kristoff come to your home? Treat the grandkids, treat yourself. Everybody loves Frozen. So bookings are going to be limited. They are all outside. They are all social distanced. So call today for more details or visit our website. See the live holiday greetings tab.
That sounds like so much fun. And I'm just trying to think, who could I call and send that as a gift to? Wouldn't that be fun? What a great
That'd
gift.
be fun.
What a great thing for your holiday party. I love it. Ladies, thank you so much for today. It's always a pleasure to spend time with you. Everyone watching, stay safe, wear your masks, show some love this week, because we're all gonna need it, right? And until we can come together again, I am.
You are.
We are
RCT.
Everybody but Deidre. And now Laura.
Okay. I'm coming, sorry.
Hello.
And Rachel.
Here I am.
There you are.
You doing dishes, Deidre?
Well, I forgot to look, so
Multitasking.
making sure. Just making sure.
All right, what do we got?
You look so good.
So good. Like, so good.
Don't ask us if we know what we're saying.
All right.
Just do that.
I
The answer's always,
I can read it.
we'll find out.
We're not doing, and I'm not adding any funny business this time. Okay.
All right, no funny business.
No.
It was nice to miss you, and now nice to meet you, and now I'll miss you.
There we go. That works.
My mom's like, you gotta watch it, and I was like, I started it, and I was like, binge. She is everything in her clothes.
Okay, I gotta handle up on that then.
It's
Yeah.
good, Rachel. It's so good.
Here we go.
Flat top?
Yes.
A
flat top.
flat top.
I have dried mac and cheese that I can share.
That'll work
work,
great.
didn't it?
That is the perfect thing. Oh, and that's so dorm-tastic.
I know.
Yes, her grandfather
found-
her grandfather was the founder of Southern Living magazine. How cool is that?
What? Hello and welcome to Repertory. Bye. Oh.
Party in the front, party in the back.
I just want to say goodbye and hip hip hooray for America. That's all. Bye.